Yo, what is up guys? Today we're going to be showing you a new DLC car that just got released, the Vapid Lozspeed. All the way from customizations of showcasing everything including top speed and everything that this car is made of. Keep in mind that this car is representing the Ford Sierra, which is famous in America and Australia if I'm not mistaken. We're going to be showcasing all the stuff to you today guys, so please tune in. Every little thing that you need to know about this car. It is staging at 1.6 million on the game. So guys, I have a lot to discuss about this car today. We're showcasing everything that you need to know about this car. Very interesting choice from Rockstar as part of the Agents of Sabotage DLC car. Now what you need to know about this car is, guys, although it's a really old spec car, it has some dents to it in terms of it's not extremely fast. It's only a rear wheel drive, but compared to the specs in real life, it really kept really close to this car in terms of how it handles, how it sounds, every little thing. So if you guys do have other opinions about this car, please do watch this video and I might change your mind. So really what I want to show you guys first is the specs of this car. Here we have the front of the car, which is just the engine, really neat, really clean. Changes, you can change the color with the secondary color. Here we have the interior, the cockpit, looks extremely clean, although this is a new seating that I just added. As you can see, it's a manual, like what it's famous for in real life. It looks really nice inside, very old school, but you guys cannot do much customizations to the interior. The boot space is really also one of a kind. The boot opens up really nicely in the back as it is in real life. I just wish that they could be able to maybe let us have some features when it comes to the boot, maybe add some suitcases, some sound, anything exclusive that could probably make this car stand out. It just seems very empty inside, but although they could have added more, but the car does look really neat stock, guys, as you can see in the video over here. I just want to showcase it to you more openly so you guys can have a better look at the car. Let me just get a better angle. You guys can have a look at it here. So really neat car. The colors you can get in this car, any color would actually suit this car. I'm not mistaken that the red, black and the cream was the original color for this car in real life. So just keep that in mind. Maybe you can do some tunings to it, all that. Guys, just check that out. Now guys, we're down here at LS Custom. I just want to showcase you guys all the customization you can get. These are extremely good options that you have. First we go to front bumpers. Let's go right to the top. We have a stock bumper, a lip splitter, a removed intake. We have all these different kinds of front bumpers. You can literally make this car look like a standard car, or you can even go to the off-road version. Guys, the fact that Rockstar has given us this option to put two kinds of upgrades into one car, where you can make it off-road, standard, or even just a normal track racing car. It's very unique options that Rockstar has given to us, and it's a really big improvement compared to the other cars that they've given us. You can't do this to much cars, guys. Now we have the rear bumpers over here. You can even see your rally, you can see all your other restormed, and you can even see all the other options. So guys, like I said, for Rockstar to give us two options for cars, it's really a big thing, and you can really go all out with it. That is why I would always say that Rockstar does go all out with exclusive cars like this. This is a really good change. We have a lot of American cars here on GTA5, but this is really one that stands out. It's not a V8, which is why it's making a lot of people wonder, wow, what is so great about this car? Well, this car was mostly more designed just to be a street car, as Americans back in the years 1987 or 1986, I'm not sure, around that time when this car came out, we had a lot of American muscles before that. V8s, all top torque cars, one of the best classes you can see in the world. So Ford decided to change it up and give us a Sierra, which is a 4-cylinder in real life. It came out, one very rare one came in actually in a 6-cylinder. So these cars are famous in America and Australia. So guys, these comes out with a lot of good customizations representing the real one in real life. And like I said, you can make it off-road, you can make it on-road, do what you need to do with it. It's always good to see that Rockstar experiences all sorts of parts of the car culture, where you can have V8s, you can have inline 4s, you have all kinds of cars that you can just experience, where it's not set to one specific category of car. The one thing that I just wish that we add more modifications to this car, maybe HSW or even a drift tuning. This would be a really nice drift car, it's unique. I'm not 100% sure in real life if this actually could be a drift car, or is famously known for it in some parts of the world, but it would be a really good addition to the game. Then we go over here to the lights. I'm not sure if you guys are big fans of lights. Maybe you can make it look a little bit modern with those lights. We go to our liveries now. Interesting liveries. We have the original Ford livery that's much famous in America, which is this white livery right here. These are mostly common on muscle cars in America, so if you guys really like this kind of look, here's the option for you. Unfortunately, it only comes in white. We even have the dual one over here, it only comes in white, but that's okay. It's not really too much, not really gonna pay attention too much. I'm sorry for the guys who do want a black one, but we're famously known for the white one. Then we have our Lozspeed over here. Personally, I like the black one more, which is why I made mine black, but you guys can get it in white as well. With the Palestine, it does fade out a bit, but it has some kind of nice touch to it. Then here we have the Retro Rally livery. Like I said, it's a very old car, so you might recognize some of the old liveries. If you are a car enthusiast, you will recognize some of these. Obviously, we have our original GTA liveries that we will put into the game just to make it a bit more interesting. And then we'll go down to the mirrors. Now the mirrors have some nice options as well. We have something like the old mirrors, the rounded bulb mirrors, which is common in some of the cars in GTA. We have the old school mirrors, and then we have the classic mirrors, which also look really nice on this car, considering it's a really old car, old school. Now, if you guys are wondering what would make this car look to the T, what is bouncing more on this car, what do you add? Think of it as a car that's not really meant to be powerful, but it's a street car, kind of like a family car. So there's heavy modifications on this car do not look really nice unless you're trying to make it look like a track car, which is can be very easily done in this game. So the rear space, then we have our roll cage. Currently, I went for the last roll cage because I believe that really looks nice for a standard look outside, but you have a rally look inside. I just feel that makes the car bounce really nicely, but you guys can change the customizations up a little bit. You can either take it out or put it in, depends what you want. But the full roll cage makes this car look really nice for off-road racing. That's the one nice thing that they added. Unfortunately, you can't change things like dash, or you can't change the door panels. You know, the heavy modification that you would add in a game, or that Rockstar would have added for like maybe the Benny's Customs or any one of those cars. But it's fine, guys. It still looks really nice. I think they didn't want to go all out with this car because it's not a choice for everybody. Then now we go over here to our roof accessories. So you guys want the aerial, you want panels, you want roof lights for the off-road. It's really good. Another statement that I do want to make, it does look similar to a Subaru when you have the off-road similarities, like the lights and the bulb lights in the front. Because Subaru is also commonly known as an off-road car, this is also giving the same look. So you guys want to rack with the off-road, looks really nice. Or if you just want off the track, we have tires on the top over there, which has a very unique look. Now I know it might seem that Rockstar repeats themselves with these modifications, but to some people's liking, there are some modifications that you might not agree with or might agree with that Rockstar were not 100% sure, but just to give a variety on the car, they would add all of this. And if you guys are wondering, if you do have a resale on this car, this resale is $742,000. Obviously, it does depend on your modifications, what you added. I think also what engine tunings you might have added as well will decrease or and that will be dependent on what the price of the car would actually be. So guys, do keep that in mind. And the car can be bought for $1.4 million. I'm sorry, I forgot to add that in. Can be bought for $1.4 million. And now we go over here to a very interesting option. You guys might have seen it in other thumbnails, you might have seen it in the news wires. These are the spoiler options for the car. Now we have the twin wing, and we have things like the triple wing, which is a really good option for this car. Guys, do keep in mind the single big wing that I had on my car. If you guys didn't see it, you'll see me equip it now. That's the original look for the car in real life. This actually has a wing similar to this. Obviously, Rockstar did some of their tunings for it to be in GTA, but this is as close as you're gonna get to the back of the car. If you're looking at the rear wings, you're looking at the spoilers, this is as close as you're gonna get. A really nice option. But you guys, if you want to be extra, you guys can go for the triple downforce wing, or if you just want something a bit common to GTA, you can just go for the race spoiler. It's entirely up to you. There's a lot of options on this car when it comes to customization. So guys, logging in this week is not really going to be such of a burden. You guys can log in and grind for this car. Please check out my previous video to see what DLCs or what new races there are that you guys can grind on to make sure you can save up for this car. It is going to be an interesting week with this car, and there is a reason why they did only add one car this week. It's just because they are trying to space out all the cars, all the DLCs until the big DLC that's coming on the 4th of March. Like I said, guys, in the last video, I will be making a video reviewing everything that we do know about the contact mission and the flight missions, or the hangar mission that's going to involve Trevor and Ron. And guys, these are just your rim options. I won't showcase all of the rims to you. There are a lot of rims in this game, but you guys can go to the categories where you like the mostly covered rims, if you like more of this new stance rims, or you like something that's JDM but you want to put it on this Ford. You guys can do it. It's completely up to you. I would say any rim can fit on this car if you just choose the right color. Preferably black is easiest to mix with this, but guys, a lot of rims do go on this car. I wouldn't suggest putting something too thin because it will eventually make it look like a JDM or a German car. But guys, a thick tire on this car, you can go for an off-road, or you can just go for the standard look, because the standard rim actually came out thick in the real life. Or you just want to stick to the game, you guys can just stick to the normal rim. Everything suits you. Now I would say the best rim to put on this car, what guys used to put on this car in real life, would actually make it and gave it its name, is the Giga Mesh rim. This isn't a rim in real life, but this is what makes the car stand out. Looks really nice. It's similar to the stock rim, but this one you can make it black. Obviously you have to be a level 95 to unlock this at the LS car meets, but guys, if you do have this car or you want to get this, you guys can go to LS car meets, up your reputation. We'll soon probably make a video on that as well to show you guys, but this is really a nice look on this car, so guys, please try and go for that. Now guys, I'm just going to give you a little performance review on the cars. We're going to be doing a 0 to 60 on this car, and then we're going to be doing a top speed, stock and modded. So you guys, I'm just going to be quiet. You guys can watch the video and just see what the car is really made out on a straight line track, and then I'm going to give my opinion afterwards. So guys, for a car of this size, it really is fast. And I also want to tell you guys that the 0 to 60 and from the stock to the modded isn't a big difference, and the top speed isn't a big difference. But picture this, guys. If you guys on the highway and you need to accelerate really fast, you bump into anything, you drag into anything, this is a car that will actually get you there really quickly. And surprisingly, it's a rear wheel drive car, but it grips really nicely. You will see along somewhere in the videos, or you will see if you buy the car yourself, it does slip out in some angles it doesn't, but majority of the time I took this off-road and I took it on-road onto the highway, swerving through traffic. It is perfect for all you people who would love doing that. It is perfect to do with this car. It does not lose any kind of grip very easily, and for a car this size, it really does make sense because it is small, it's powerful, it does push out a lot of speed. So I'm going to say for its price, what it does in terms of performance, maybe it doesn't vary out there, but guys, in terms of the customizations and what it can do on the track for its size and also for the price, there are no HSW customizations for it or modding, so that's kind of a downside. But guys, if you do the only mods at LS Customs, if you just take on those mods, max it out as much as we can there, it is pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty fast. If you count all the other cars in the game that are in the line of this price, for this car is pretty fast. And the fact that it's old school, it's really a good modification. I would say 100% go for it. Don't put this car down too much, guys. Just take a good look at it, try and modify it, and just see it for yourself. In my honest opinion, this car is a really good car. So guys, don't turn it down so easily. My honest overall on this car is that it is good performance for its build, for its size, for its customizations, for even the modding of the car. The modding prices don't really change on these cars, but for what you can get out of it for the price you're going to potentially put in, it really is a nice car. And this is a car that's rear wheel after a very long time that we've had on GT, that it actually has a lot of traction, surprisingly. So guys, that is it for this week. I would give this car a solid 8 out of 10, mainly because of the fact that they did give us a few customizations on this car, with the off-road, with the on-road. It's extremely grippy for a rear wheel car. There's a lot of new good customization for this car, good modding. So guys, I'm not going to put the car down too much. It really is a nice modification. If you guys did like the video, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.